Hoping you can hear me. Just having a little faff around here. For some reason it's forgotten my resolution and I can't remember which one it is. I know it's extra wide. I think that's a 3x2. Ah, that one rings a bell. Nope, that looks like Baba. Yes, that's an extra wide one. Heaven knows what this is going to run like, but we shall soon see. Get the Xbox controller on. So I'm currently stuck at Betelgeuse, or Betelgeuse, for you guys who don't know the astronomy of it, which is the top left-hand red star in Orion, currently visible in the sky. So at the moment, that's Betelgeuse's very hot, rather odd planet that you can't land on. And there she is, the monster that is Betelgeuse. So basically I need to head back to the core systems because I'm a long, long way out. So let's look where I am. So you'll see if you look at the map. I'm a long way out. There's the core systems. So let's head back to somewhere we know. Let's say go to Rigel Centaurus, so that's Alpha. $20 odd jumps, I would imagine. Let's have a look. Ah, it's doing that weird thing where it jumps around. Sirius will do. Route unavailable. Ooh. Can't believe there's a star called Lung. Blech. I know why route unavailable, because I'm not allowed. I've just remembered I'm not actually allowed to Sirius because I've not got the permit yet. Oh, where can I go to that's nearby that I am allowed to? I'm allowed to Barnard Star. Oh, 17 jumps. So, that's going to take a while. And a lot of fuel. I will just say this is running quite laggy. So, let's have a look at my first jump. Yes, it would be behind the planet, so what I will do is I will I can't frame shift yet. So I basically need to do for now. Oh, there it is, look. Obscured by a planet. We'll just say, by the way, you get... if I can find it, you get a gorgeous view of Barnard's Loop as you get towards it there. That's Barnard's Loop, which is a real thing in the sky. Top left-hand corner of Orion, if you're curious. I can't remember which nebula that is, but the all the nebulas are represented very well, or a lot of the decent ones. So what I need to do is I need to basically get myself away from this star. A lot of the nearby ones, I will say, are actually small red dwarfs. So I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll lock and super cruise. Ah, that's why. Very weird. Unfortunately, it looks like I can't do the chat again. It seems real weird that I might have set up my phone doing this or something. Basically, I should be away from that planet now. I don't know why my fuel scope's come out. So I'm not close enough to scope. So let's go to a known system again. At the moment it's not set as a target. Oh, it is. Its destination is Barnard Star, so let's go to my original target of Alpha Centauri, which is there. That's it. The map seems to be working a bit better this time. 17 jumps. That's a fair old journey. It's 499 light years. So those of you who have the mega ships or the cruisers will know that that is one jump. Say the sound when you get near to a big star is very haunting. So I'm currently going 50 times the speed of light.
Frameshift drive charging.
There we go. Let's have a proper jump 8. Oh, temperature warning's going up.
3, 2, 1. Engage.
So, looking at the colour of that, I'm not sure that's going to be scoopable. Basically, when you're doing these long hop journeys, you do have to fuel scoop whenever you can. Oh, there we go. I can scoop that.
Fuel scooping.
Basically, what I find is you keep the yellow line just below the bottom of your screen, and you get a decent sized scope. You can actually just sit there and scope, but I'm just going to do it as I pass the stars. Although I seem to recall I've got a lot of pulsars, or a lot of red dwarves in a line which you can't. So there we go, we're fully scooped up.
Frameshift drive.
So it's next jump. So yeah, this is a Class M red dwarf star, so you can't scoop that one. So that's got absolutely no fuel value at all. Oh, it is scoopable. I was wrong. Yeah, as I say, when you're doing the long hops like this, it's always good to top up your fuel when you can and do a mini scoop. So as I say, keep yourself outside the yellow perimeter, basically the no-go zone.
Fuel scooping complete.
And then we're going to
Frameshift drive
there.
charging.
So if you look in the middle of the screen, security level anarchy, fuel star none. So there's no fuel available at this one. So let's frame shift over to Sinus. I don't know, it's not easy to read on this as the screen is now. Has to be said, this is a bit of a mega journey I'm doing. So it says no fuel star.
Complete.
So as you look, as I get closer to the star, it's not scoopable. So we need to align the little dot there on the bottom left of the screen. And let's start our
Frameshift
FSD
drive
up.
charging. Three, two, one. Engage.
I can't remember if this was a scoopable one. Ah, there we go.
Fuel scooping.
We'll get to top up then. So yeah, I've got a pretty good fuel scoop on this ship at the moment. So if I stop, just sit here. Wow, it's so big. Just take a moment to see the delightful patterns on the star and the prominences, which I have to say always impress me. If you notice also when you're fuel scooping, your ship is getting buffeted by I assume by the solar wind. Oh, actually, should be stellar wind.
Temperature critical.
Oh, we're getting warm. So I'll move away. 82%, yeah, that's borderline taking heat damage.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
So
Frameshift
we'll,
drive charging.
Sinuifer KKX. As I said, there's a lot of these. We're in the I think we're in the Hyades sector now. So we now, if you looked up in the sky, we're in Taurus.
Engage.
I suppose it's nice as an astronomer actually to understand the areas of the sky that we're in. And it's not too bad actually for accuracy. Yeah, this is not a scoopable star.
System scan complete.
That is Holly, by the way, the voice. For those of you in America who do not know what Red Dwarf is, it's a British TV comedy series
Frameshift drive charging.
which is literally iconic. But having Holly from Red Dwarf doing your ship's voice is excellent.
3, 2, 1. Engage.
See what I mean? Another unscoopable star. When you see the sort of magenta colour of the star in the middle, you can assume it's not going to be scoopable. Colander 285. That's what Col stands for, by the way. Colander 399 is a particularly nice cluster. Colander 285, I'm not quite sure what that one is, but she'll
Frameshift
go there.
drive charging.
And again, we have no fuel star.
Three, two, one. Engage.
As you can see by the magenta hue, pinky magenta hue, definitely not scoopable.
Power integrity compromised.
Oops, that's what happens when you get too close to a star. Yeah, basically your ship slams the anchors on. Unfortunately, I now have to wait for my frame shift drive to cool down, which I believe is a 40-second cooldown. It's just a waiting game. It's unfortunately it's just behind my little streaming picture. We're nearly there, so right. Unfortunately, target is obscured.
Frameshift drive charging.
So we shall super cruise. Because I'm too near the star. I have to escape the gravity.
Engage.
What I
Warning,
can do.
temperature critical.
But what I can do is, once I've escaped a little bit, there's Barnard's loop in front of us again. So I should now be pretty much clear. So I can see where I'm going. So there we go.
Frameshift drive charging.
And again, no fuel star, which is a problem you get in this this area of the sky. Has to be noted as well that every star you can see on this map is visitable. You just have to know which one's which. So again, that same colour, which indicates that it's absolutely no use at all.
Scan complete.
Try not to go too close to the star this time.
Frameshift drive charging.
And again, no fuel star.
Three,
As you see now, I'm in the Hyades sector. So the Hyades is a cluster in Taurus with sort of sat around the star Aldebaran. Unfortunately here, you do pass through a bit of a block of very poor stars.
Frameshift drive charging.
And on to us next one. And another non-scoopable. So what I may have to do is, if it doesn't give me a fuel star next, is possibly hop over to a local one.
2, 1, engage. Frameshift drive charging.
Let me just have a look at my map. Just see if it's got me a fuel stop. You see, I'm getting into the decent area now. Yeah, you see, it's not calculating me a fuel stop because my next jump will be far too far. So if I jump to this one, and then I've got 31-ish light years of fuel
Frameshift
left.
drive charging.
So I'll have a look what's local. And this is a brown dwarf star, so you're going to get that familiar magenta colour.
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
So if my next star isn't a fuel star, I'm going to have to do something about that. Oh, they're telling me to slow down. That was just that.
Frameshift drive charging.
Nope, no fuel star. So I'll have a look what we've got nearby. HR 4678.
Frameshift drive charging.
So let's look at what this one is. I see.
3, 2, 1, engage.
Starting to get civilization. Oh yes, a nice white star. Should be scoopable. It's very bright. So if this is scoopable, there we go.
Fuel scooping.
I'm going to have to sit here and scoop a full tank. Or at least until I overheat. Get a little bit closer. I should get a fuel scooping maximum of about 151. So it's just a case of watching its temperature and the fuel gauge rise. if we look at the system map, we're now starting to get civilization, so we're getting planetary settlements. Oh, we've got a Coriolis there. Space station. So it is that one. An iconic starport. So I could actually just go there and refuel and pay for it. But that'd be paying for things, and I'm a Yorkshireman. Let's have a look round anyway, see what we've got while we're fuel scooping. Because contrary to what people think, you don't actually have to be totally pointing at the star to scoop to the best ability. Galactic Centre, Sagittarius A, nice prominence there. Just keep an eye on my temperature because I'm getting a bit warm. So this is giving me a heat warning. 80% you get a heat warning.
Warning, temperature critical.
A little bit because I can still scoop. It gives me a chance to cool down a bit. Just not getting as much fuel. Let's set our destination again. So basically I just want to get back into the bubble. So back to the destination of Alpha Centauri. Oops, didn't want to hit escape. So we're nearly full. We'll fly over the star, get the last bit of fuel.
Fuel scooping complete.
And we're full. So as we fly around the star, and we'll see we're coming to target. So there's where we're going. Triangular sector. And off we go.
Frameshift drive charging.
And we're back to the brown dwarf stars.
Frameshift drive charging. Three, two, one, engage.
Another non-scoopable start. But it's at this point that we now start to get into the stars having names rather than just references.
Frameshift drive charging.
So we're gonna go and see a mate next. Few good ones in a row now.
Fuel scooping.
Grab a bit of fuel while I fly around. Tasha to sector.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frame shift drive charging.
But again, another one we can scoop at.
2, 1, engage. Fuel scooping.
Have a good scoop at this one. Bit of top up. That's the nice thing about having this shape. Look at the jump range.
Frame shift drive charging.
Nope, bit warm.
Three, two, one, engage.
And look, there we go. Our next jump
Fuel scooping.
is Alpha Centauri. We're home.
Frame shift drive charging.
Now, ironically, I seem to recall that Alpha Centauri, whilst it's our nearest proper star, because obviously Proxima's closer, there ain't a lot there.
3, 2, 1, engage.
And we're back. So to say Alpha, it's not exactly overwhelmed. There's lots and lots of private ships parked up around it. All these here. I seem to recall there's not a Coriolis or a space station nearby. There's that. It's not as close as you get. Yeah, you get a lot of private ships parked up, which you can dock at a lot of them and do stuff. But yeah, there's not really. Yeah, there's not a decent station there. Let's have a look what's nearby. Close the filters. So as you'll see, there's a few systems that are permit required. So Sirius, Sol, obviously our system. Barnard's
Frameshift
stars.
drive charging.
Oh, didn't want to do that.
Frameshift drive charging.
Barnard's star is a great little star because it's, I don't think it's the fastest star in the sky for proper motion, but it's one of them.
Ready to engage.
It's a proper racy little thing.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
I think it's in Ophiuchus at the moment. But it's got one of the highest proper motions of any star. So, interesting fact there for you. And here's Barnard's star, which, if I remember correctly, does have a decent space station because it has Boston Base. So we shall head to Boston Base. I shall dock, and we shall. I shall call it a night.
Fuel scooping.
I shall mend
Fuel
my
scoop
ship as well.
disengaged.
So we're just going to super cruise in nicely. And if you look at the little picture of the space station, the floaty globy thing on the left of the scanner, you'll see that it's a Coriolis, which is the classic elite space station. Presumably chosen because obviously those particular shapes were very easy to draw on a 8-bit computer. Some of the more complex space stations that we have nowadays on the imagine an 8-bit PC trying to, or 8-bit computer trying to draw some of those. If they had the colour and graphic capability, I should imagine they'd probably take a few days to render, based on the speed of a modern graphics card. So we are Boston Base coming in. Slowing down. We're now into million miles. Starts off at light seconds. And just before I intended to end this, which was about 9:30, it's just turned 9:30 now. And we're coming in, which gives me time to dock. So here we go. Into the station. It tends to sit here for a while thinking about that. I don't know whether that's a communication issue or what, but so what we have to do is move within 7.5 kilometres, preferably without getting caught speeding. And they will probably announce their presence. Or not. It's very quiet. Ah, here we go.
Automated docking initiated.
And I do like docking at Boston Base because you get the lovely Irish guy. Streaming at the same time as showing this image is certainly challenging the Steam Deck processor. It's definitely got a frame rate drop.
Landing gear deployed.
And we're back. So that was Betelgeuse to Alpha Centauri.
Docking complete. Engaging docking restraints.
And we're done.
Station services are at your disposal.
Until I've not got a great relationship with these particular people. Because normally they go, oh, welcome. That's my ship repaired. And that's where I'm going to stay for tonight. So, I think it's time to end the stream and bid you all a good night.